It's time for another crazy GP here in our little Silverstone. Welcome to race 8 of 2023 Formula Ball season. Second race here in Great Britain on this amazing track with many fans ready to cheer their idols. Here the one of the three balls at home, George Russell on Mercedes. Very good podium for him in last race, the best on the finish line among the British balls. In the pit lane, teams had to work on last settings and strategies for the race after an intensive qualifying session. It will be very important to take immediately good position right from the first sector and try to avoid contacts or track exits. The championship leader Oscar Piastri on McLaren. Unbelievable start of season for the young Australian bull, immediately in comfort with his new team and very fast on track. Here the championship standings after 7 races, with Piastri in first position at 68 points, then Sergio Perez with 57, Carlos Sainz with 55 and Nick De Vries and Alex Albon on equal points with 52. In the second part of the standings, the 2 Haas and the 2 Aston Martin after a start of season under the expectations, with Lance Stroll in last position. 5 DNF for him, and only one time in the top 10 in 7 races. The pre-race interview with our Formula Ball TV for the Aston Martin team principal, trying to understand better what's not working in this first part of season. But now it's time to see who's the ball in pole of this race 8. And is Lando Norris on McLaren. Fantastic lap for the British ball right in front of his fans. Best time and additional point for him in the championship. Here the final standings of yesterday's qualifying session, with 2 Mercedes and 2 Williams in the top 10. And another very good performance for Nick De Vries and Logan Sargent, again in the top positions of the grid. Out of the top 10, the 3 balls at the top of the championship, with the leader Oscar Piastri in P15, Sergio Perez in P14 and Carlos Sainz in P13. Last position for Yuki Tsunoda with 1 lap not completed and 1 time delayed for a cut on the grass. An amazing view of the starting straight, and now while we make the classic tour of the track before the start, a special thanks for all subscribers and followers. I know you're watching Formula Ball from many countries, from Spain, Italy, Australia, United States, Mexico, Chile, Russia. So keep letting me know in the comment where you're watching us from and who's your favorite ball, and obviously like the video. Our next goal here on YouTube is to reach 1000 followers, but we need your help. So help us get more people as possible to know Formula Ball, sharing our races on your socials and with your friends, cause our balls need many fans worldwide. We are also on Instagram and from some days on TikTok too, so if you like Formula Ball, follow us there too. After the race, don't forget to vote your ball of the day in the community section of the channel. Your votes will decide the winner. And now final cleaning and check of the track from our marshal staff. Our race director is waiting for the final communication to open the grid. The safety ball is in the pit lane ready to enter if necessary. But here the green flag, the track is ready and the grid is now officially open. Teams are going to the pit wall to watch the crucial moment of the start, cause balls are taking position on the grid. So let's take a final look at the starting grid of this British GP, with the first pole position of the season for Lando Norris and a very good first row for the 2022 Formula Ball World Champion Charles Leclerc. A start in the middle of the group for the leader Oscar Piastri and for the other balls at the top of the championship. But we know In a Formula Ball race, anything can happen, so let's see how we land, cause now it's time to race! And away we go! The classic big chaos in the first test with many contacts in the group but no accidents and all the balls are still in the race. Nick De Vries takes the lead, then Sargent, Norris and the two Mercedes of Russell and Hamilton. Great battle in the middle of the group to take a good position before to enter in the middle sector. Oh, there's a cut on the grass for De Vries and this could mean a 2 seconds time penalty for him. Communication from race direction and 4 balls are under investigation for a potential time penalty. So De Vries leads, oh, contact in the back of the group and 5 balls are all out in the same corner. We'll see after the race what the race director's decision will be, but now De Vries leads, then Sargent, Leclerc, Norris and Russell in the top 5 positions. We are going to enter in the final sector with the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso settling last position after another unlucky race. Final corners for Nick De Vries, then Sargent and the battle for the podium between Leclerc, Norris and Russell. Just the final straight for the Alpha Tauri, and Nick De Vries wins this British GP! Second position for the Williams of Logan Sargent and third for Lando Norris of McLaren. So here the winner of the race, but he's under investigation with other 3 balls for a potential time penalty of 2 seconds. Here the virtual final standings of this British GP with Nick De Vries, Logan Sargent, Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly under investigation for a cut on the grass, so we have to wait the decision of the race direction before to see how will be the final standings and who will be the winner of race 8. Race director is checking in the replay what happened in the first sector. And there's a 2 seconds penalty for Alex Albon. Here the moment when he cuts on the grass overtaking the 2 Mercedes and the Ferrari of Leclerc, so it's a fair penalty for him. Race director is now analyzing what happened in the middle sector. And there's a 2 seconds penalty for Pierre Gasly. Here the moment of the clear cut on the grass of the Alpine and it's a fair penalty for him too. Hard work today for race director. He's now checking what happened with Nick De Vries. And there's a 2 seconds penalty for him too for a cut in the same point of Pierre Gasly. Clear cut for the Alpha Tauri ball and fair time penalty. Last check on the monitor for a possible cut of a Sargent too. No penalty for the Williams ball. Here the moment of the jump on the curb, but the projection of the ball is not totally on the grass, so following the rules there's no time penalty for him. And here the final standings of the race after the revolution of the time penalties. Logan Sargent is the winner, second position for Lando Norris, then Charles Leclerc third to complete the podium. Nick De Vries relegated in 5th position and Alex Albon in 9th. Both Alpine out of the top 10 with Pierre Gasly relegated in P11. Double DNF for Haas and Red Bull and for the championship leader Oscar Piastri. Another GP with no points for Aston Martin. The balls on the podium of this British GP with the first win of Logan Sargent. And here the points situation of the race with 2 Williams, 2 Ferrari, 2 Mercedes and 2 Alfa Romeo in the top 10. and with the incredible comeback of Zhou Guanyu from P19 to P6. And now the bolts out of the race. 5 bolts out in the sand in the killer corner of the middle sector. The 2 Red Bull of Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen, the championship leader Oscar Piastri on McLaren, Yuki Tsunoda on AlphaTauri, and Kevin Magnussen on Haas. Fatal final sector for Fernando Alonso on Aston Martin and for the other Haas of Nico Hülkenberg. Another anonymous race for Fernando, out in the sand while he was fighting in the second part of the group. Few meters later, and it's Nico Hülkenberg to end his race in the sand. Here the race winner, Logan Sargent with the Williams team and the trophy of this British GP. And now the new championship standings, with Oscar Piastri still leader with the 68 points, but the group behind is getting closer and closer. Nick De Vries is in second position with 62 points, then 8 bolts in just 8 points, with Sergio Perez third with 57 points. Second part of the standings for the 2022 Formula Ball World Champion Charles Leclerc, and for the 2 Haas and the 2 Aston Martin, with Lance Stroll still sadly in last position with 15 points. But there's all the time to recover, so let's see what will happen in next 2 races in Belgium. In the Team Championship, McLaren leads with 118 points. Then the 2 surprises of this first part of season, with Alfa Romeo second with 107 points and Williams third with 106. Last position for Aston Martin with 35. That's all for race 8. Thanks for watching and see you soon in Belgium for race 9 and 10.